Welcome back. This is Plat X, and we are still playing Mass Effect here in the... We just finished the Maroon Sea cluster, and I was considering going ahead and doing the asteroid since it's on the way to these last two systems that I have not visited yet. Everything else is cleared out. There is one system here, the Plutus system in the Hades Gamma. This appeared much later after, completing the major, most of the other missions, the major missions like Vermeer and Pharos. These two pop up at a later time. When we first got here, there was only 3 systems, but then these two popped up later. That one had a lead for, and there was an assignment in the journal to go here and do that. This one I went here to explore the planet, and there is a warlord stronghold here. However, it was locked and I could not enter. And I believe this is a later mission that requires a transmission from Admiral Hackett before that Warlord Stronghold is unlocked. Admiral Hackett contacts you to go out here and put this Warlord down. So that we might be coming back to later after receiving that transmission. But in the meantime, everything else is pretty much cleared and cleaned up. So we're going to go ahead and head out to... I'm gonna wait, and I'm going to save the asteroid. I was going to go ahead and do it because it's on the way. I was going to just kind of clear everything on the way to Ilos, but I'm trying to hit the next level before doing the asteroid. I'm 54 now, so hopefully I'll be 55 by the time I clear these. There's 2 systems in this cluster here. So let's go ahead and go here. There's no leads in our journal for these systems. It's just going out here and exploring and seeing if we get any transmissions. No transmission received yet. There's only like one thing I'm still looking for as far as all the side missions or assignments in your journal regarding all this stuff that you scan for. But even after completing the assignment, you still get XP for each additional location that you do survey or find. So I continue searching. I'm still looking again for one thing. And I still have the hacking skill is really the only skill remaining that I need to unlock the trophy for. So Tally's the only one with the hacking skill unless you are using an engineer yourself. Woo! Alright, so there's nothing already marked on the map. I'm not going to drive around looking for surveys because I've already completed all that. So we're just going to head straight to this listening post. Hopefully this is guessed so that I can try to... There'll be plenty more guests to get the hacking trophy finished before... oh wow, we got Rachni here. So much for the gift. We got Rachni. Which means this is probably a Cerberus facility, so more about Cerberus. Again, Cerberus is a major player throughout the entire trilogy, and most certainly not the good guys. They are guilty of some pretty horrendous research and just flat out torture and murder in the name of furthering humanity. Like, they're human supremacists and they literally are quite evil. Let's go over and check out this question mark before we go inside, because that question mark was not on the map. So that is an unmarked location, and it is... Let's see what it is here. Hopefully it's the one thing I need to finish that. Nope, it's not. Now, I could be wrong about Ilos being the point of no return, because as I mentioned, that warlord complex, that you got to wait for a transmission to go put that warlord down before you can get into it. I think you don't get that until after Ilos. So Ilos might not be the point of no return. But I'm going to go ahead and finish everything before Ilos anyway, just to be on the safe side. Yeah, we got a bunch of Rachni in here. That many rows. These little ones. One thing about these little ones, if you throw a singularity, it'll just automatically kill them once they run into it. Well, there wasn't really that many. Hey, we got level 10 explosive rounds. Explosive rounds build up a tremendous amount of heat, so you really can't fire too many shots off with those explosive rounds before overheating. But some of the weapon skills, like this overkill right here, will wipe out your heat and... But again, you can't really get... I didn't like the looks of that thing. I think that's a Rachni egg. Weird looking eggs.
Mayday! 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 This is Lieutenant Marie Durand, 314th Infantry, Alliance 10th Frontier Division. The listening post has been overrun by unidentified hostile life forms. Request immediate extraction.
According to this, they received a supply ship just 2 days ago. The Rachni must have attacked since then.
Tell me about that supply ship. This planet is supposed to be uninhabited. The Rachni didn't come from nowhere.
One moment. These things are drones, dispatched at irregular intervals from different depots to reduce the likelihood of tracking. I have it. This one came from Argos Row.
Wherever it is, there's probably more Rachni there. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Very well, Shepard.
Alright, so it looks like we're going back to Argus Row. There should be a new system unlocked there to finish this little chain of events here. So again, this is one of those locations that you have to explore to find. Or mention made about this without actually coming here to explore. And again, I bet Cerberus is the one behind it, so it's just more backstory into Cerberus and the fact that they are actually a criminal organization, not humanity's saviors. Now, as I mentioned several times in previous videos, I'm not doing a sanity run because I've already done it at least twice. First on the Xbox, then again when Legendary Edition drops on the PlayStation. You know, I did another playthrough, and to get all the trophies, of course, I did Insanity. Now, the original version of Mass Effect was tough. The Insanity mode was definitely, because you couldn't start a new game, like a second playthrough on Insanity. You just had to change the difficulty once you started the game. So you literally had to start at level 1, first playthrough on Insanity to get the trophy. And that was very tough. But since this Legendary, the changes made to this Legendary mode, or edition, from the original version, it actually is the easiest of the 3 games to complete on Legendary, or on Insanity. The hardest one is probably the second one, simply because every single enemy has either shields or armor, and that can make it, at least some of the assignments, side missions, very tough to complete. I'm going to go ahead and hit that system before going back to Argus Row. So Hydra is the system, Phoenix, that was there before. Okay, this is weird. So we're going to a system we've already visited before? Actually, we did encounter Rachni there the first time, maybe. So we might have already, we might have already done that. Archeron system. Get to the base to find out what's going on. But it says we've completed that. I don't remember ever being in that system. It doesn't say what cluster it's in. Alright, I'm a little confused now on... Anyway, alright. Well, I'm going to hit that other system next anyway, so we'll go back to Argus Row to see if there's anything new after that. Anyway, alright. See you in the next system.